Good morning and welcome to a memory plan with me. This week I'm memory planning August 10th to the 16th, and I'm using this kit from the Prairie Planner titled Pool Days. And not to repeat myself over and over again, but we didn't really do summer activities this summer, so we definitely didn't go to a pool, but I wanted to use this kit because it's very bright. The yellows, greens, blues, like it's all very bright, so I was able to pull in stickers from so many different shops because of the variety of colors. And I'm putting down some Simply Gilded bow washi. I am trying to go through some of my bow washi. I have so many, and I debated on whether to sell them or not, like, because I know there's some buy and sell sites on Facebook for Simply Gilded and for, SPC. Like, I'm in the process of going through my stickers again and just getting rid of some, but nobody's really planning anymore, so I don't even know if anybody would be interested in buying them. But I do have a lot of Simply Gilded washi, and I don't think I'm going to be able to get through them in my lifetime. But anyway, here I am putting down the glitter headers, and I don't think anything really significant happened this week that warrants like a whole um, story time or anything like that. I did a lot of sleeping in. I actually slept in 6 out of the 7 days this week, which was very impressive because I never sleep in. But on the downside, it's going to be very hard to get back into the rhythm of getting up early for work, which I start next week. Oh, actually, no, I start this week. I think I go back on Wednesday and it is now Sunday. So I just tried to give myself an extra week off. Oh my gosh. I am dreading it. Like, I love my job. It's not the job itself that I'm dreading. I'm just dreading getting up early again because I've been so used to sleeping in. But all my days this summer have been pretty repetitive. I've been sleeping in, having some sort of coffee drink from some sort of coffee drink place, and watching shows, reading, playing video games. And in hindsight, this all sounds very good and self care-ish, but really, I just put myself into this big funk because now I'm like going to be going back into a work week, and not being able to do just things that I love is going to be very hard. Also, the summer was very terrible in regards to mosquitoes. The mosquitoes were so bad this year. I can't even begin to tell you how horrific they have been this year. Like, we couldn't even go for a walk in the evenings, most evenings, because these mosquitoes were so vicious. And I don't think I've ever seen them this bad in my entire life. Like, I don't know, I shouldn't really count of when I was a kid, because when you're a kid, things like that don't really bother you, but I don't know. It just, this year they were so bad. Here I'm putting down the sidebar, and I think I'll just get into the day by day. So on Monday, the first thing I'm marking is that I slept in, and I'm using this character from Every Minute a Story. And I think, yeah, I did use that character throughout the whole week. And then to mark Starbucks, I'm using this Mixie Cat sticker. And then I tidied up my apartment, so I'm using the spray bottle that came with the kit. And then in the afternoon, I watched Airbender, so I'm using a TV icon from the kit. And then I did some reading, and I'm using this girl from Stick with the Plan Co. And then I just played some games. I think I specifically played Apex this day, so I'm using the small controller from the Prairie Planner. It didn't come with a kit. It came with a mystery subscription kit, I believe. But yes, and then moving on to Tuesday, first thing I'm marking is that I slept in again, and I'm using another Every Minute a Story character. And then I was practicing my language. So I'm using the sticker from Stick with the Plan Co. And I think it's so cute because she's learning French, and you can see the bonjour in there. And I at some point want to learn French, obviously, because my husband is French, and I just feel like I would love to be able to communicate with his parents without him translating all the damn time. But I need to master my own native language first before I feel like I could put a lot of effort in. I don't know. I might be biting more than I can chew, but I'm going to try my best. Anyways, and then we went to a new, well, it's not new. It's been open for maybe a year now, but we've never tried it. There's a new coffee shop in our city. It's called Dwight's, which I think is really cute because I really love The Office, but it has nothing to do with The Office. I love the name of it. And I'm just using the coffee cup that came with the kit. And then I took a nap. So I'm using this girl from what is it called? Carmel. I don't know. I don't think it's not caramel. Carmel. Um, Anyway, I'm using that to mark that I took a nap. And then my husband had a dental checkup, so I'm using this munchkin for Once More with Love. And then it turns out he needed to get a, what do you call it, a filling done. So he had to go back on Thursday. And I'm really quite impressed because he never had to get a filling since he said he was like 16 years old was his last filling. And I'm like, that's pretty damn impressive. I mean, to me it is, maybe not to everyone else. And anyway, then I watched more Airbender. So I'm using another TV icon that came with the kit. And then I played games and I'm using another controller from the Prairie Planner. Moving on to Wednesday, first thing again, I'm marking is that I slept in. Like I said, 6 out of the 7 days this week was so great. And that character again is from Every Minute a Story. And then to mark that I was fighting with my laptop this day, I don't remember what I was trying to do, but it was just giving me a headache. So I'm using the computer monitor that came with monitor that came with the kit to mark that. And then we went to go pick up some groceries. So I'm using the grocery cart sticker that came with the kit. And then we went to try, oh my gosh, I just realized that I tried 3 different types of drinks that were new from 3 different places this week. Yeah, okay. Well, the first one was from Tim Hortons. They had the Harry Potter edition Patronus drinks and, the donuts from the houses and stuff. So we went to try that. We got all the donuts and I tried the Patronus frozen drink, whatever. It was really good. It's not something that I'm like going to go out of my way to get again, but my favorite donut, of course, was Slytherin, not just because I'm Slytherin, but it was the best tasting one. And my husband's, I'm trying to talk too fast. My husband's was Gryffindor. And then moving on, I'm using that small green controller to mark that I played Fortnite. And then I just did some TikTok video binging, and I'm using this cat. No, that's a dog from Mr. and Mrs. Mint. And moving on to Thursday, again, marking that I slept in. I have a big smile on my face because it was so great to be sleeping in all these days, but it's coming to an end, sadly. Yeah, Every Minute a Story. And then my husband had his dentist appointment, and I'm using another munchkin from Once More with Love. And then while he was at the dentist, I went to go to Walmart and I bought myself this Lego set that I haven't put together yet, but I'm really excited about. And it's the Wall-E, like the Disney Wall-E's Lego with Evie. It's so cute. I can't wait to put it together. I just haven't had time because I've been doing a lot of spring cleaning in the summer. I know. And then I pulled stickers. So I'm using this sticker from the kit. Goodness. And then I did some planning. And this pencil case sticker is from a Happy Planner book. Don't remember which one. And then I did some reading. And the book sticker is from the kit. Then moving on to Friday, I went on a me date. I took myself to the bigger city just to spend the day by myself. Wasn't mad at my husband or anything. Sometimes I just like to go somewhere by myself. And this was one of those days. So starting off, I went to McDonald's to try their new Red Bull Dragon Fruit, I think, something drink. It was good. Again, it's not something I'm going to go out of my way to get. I don't drink energy drinks that often. It's like once in a blue moon for me. But I just wanted to try it. And then and that sticker is from Uncommon Plants. And then using this card to mark that I drove to that city, and then using this emoji Spider-Man to mark that I watched the new Spider-Man. Again, my husband's not really into Marvel, so this was perfect because I was by myself and I didn't have to worry about him getting bored. And then I did some shopping, so I'm using the shopping bag sticker that came with the kit. And then I bought myself a new perfume from Sephora. And me spending money this day was justified by the fact that our trip got canceled. So we were kind of dipping into our money a little bit that we would have spent over there. And so I bought myself a new perfume from Sephora. I never go to Sephora because I'm very, I wouldn't say I'm frugal. I'm not really, because I do spend money on games and Lego and, crazy stuff like that. But I'm very conscious of, is that how you say it? Conscientious? I don't know how to say that word. But I do pay attention to what I'm spending my money on. And if it's something that I feel like I'm going to get use out of or whatever. Okay, that's very long-winded to say that I bought myself new perfume that I would typically not have normally bought myself if it not had been for this canceled trip. And then with the spoon and fork marking that I went to eat at a place called Loaded Pierogies. I tried it before once when I was taking my classes, and For some reason, I was just craving it this day. And then with another little gaming controller, marking that I just played games when I go home. And then moving on to Saturday, first thing marking again, I slept in, and then I watched Airbender again, so I'm using another TV icon from the kit. And then this day we went to go try the unicorn drink from Starbucks. Like I said, 3 different drinks, 3 different places. If I had to pick my favorite one out of all of them, I would probably say the Tim Hortons one, the Patronus Harry Potter edition. The unicorn drink is it's weird. It like when you first taste it, it doesn't taste good, but then it's like a taste you kind of like get used to and like. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. And then I edited some gaming video that I was playing. I don't remember which one, but I'm using the girl from Papershire. And then I just had a nice self-care evening. So I'm using that Munchkin from Once More with Love with the older style face mask. And finally, moving on to Sunday, first thing I'm marking, of course, I slept in. And then I went to Tim Hortons and I'm using that emoji from the Coffee Monsters quote just to mark that I got Tim Hortons, just a normal iced coffee, nothing special. And I did some reading. Then I did some reading. Let me slow down. And I'm using that girl from Curl's Creation. And then I did some planning, and that planner book is from the kit. And then I marked Burger King in my planner, but we actually went to Wendy's this evening, so I'm using this fry sticker to mark that. I can't remember where that's from. And then again with another tiny little controller from the Prairie Planner, marking that I played games. And that is my week in full. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you have a great week coming up. And yeah, I'm going to show you the full spread. I know there's a dark shadow and it really bothers me, but I don't feel like it's always been there. I feel like just the last maybe 4 on with me's it's been there, but I don't know. Anyway, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you have a great week. Bye.